After you plant a new plant,
Yeah.
when is it okay to not be watered as frequently?
Yeah, I think that is like the big question, right? So 2 weeks is generally my rule of thumb. The first 2 weeks of planting, you want to make sure it's really well watered.
Every day you water every day for 2 weeks, or?
No, not every day for 2 weeks. Like I will water it probably so today there's no rain in the forecast. Let's say there's no rain for the next 5 days. I would probably water it like every other day or every couple days. But what I'll do is I'll come out ungloved and I will touch the soil and I will see how damp it is. If it's cold but crumbly, it could use some water. If it's not cold at all and very dry, definitely needs some water. The mulch will also help hold that moisture on the soil, which is helpful as these plants are getting established.
She's locked and loaded.
Watering the plants, watering the plants. Gotta water those plants. So I don't know, that's been like a minute of watering.
Yeah, just about.
Pretty darn good. And because the sedge got so much trauma from me removing its friend, I'm gonna give it some water too. Okay, so I have this nice mass of golden groundsel, which is Packer obovata, and I'm going to divide some of it and spread the love into the other side of my garden. One, because it's such a cool plant, I just want to see more of it, but visually it's going to be that thread that creates more cohesion between the two gardens, because right now there's a bit of a separation, since this is like, wow, spring, and that's like, wow, summer, fall. I want them to meet. So I'm going in at a 45-degree angle, and I'm popping as gently as I can. Yeah, look at those root systems. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 plants.
Are you serious?
This is 9 plants.
Holy smokes.
So I'm going to just set this little baby aside. I'm not going to knock off much more soil because it's already kind of delicate there. But yeah, you wouldn't even know that I took anything from here.
No, not at all.
So for today, I'm just going to demonstrate transplanting a few. But I love how this is like kind of flowing in this space. So I'm going to look visually this way and kind of carry that line straight across. That way when people are walking by, it's like they see this line of yellow as they move past.
Gorgeous.
That's my thought.
Following the line, line. So we're probably gonna put it right there is where I think she's gonna put it. Let's see where she goes.
So I'm gonna try not to do just like a straight line, right? Because that is like, so I'm probably gonna go actually like right here. So it's kind of staggered. So making kind of like a curve in the landscape here. People love straight lines. Nature loves curves. So
Yeah, nature doesn't know that.
nature's like, what's a straight line?
Yeah.
Never met her. And so here's my lawn. There's a lot of bare soil. There's a lot of violets, mock strawberry, etc., etc. So I am going to kind of clear away some of these plants now because I will have to edit them out later anyway. So I'm mostly just insulting these plants. I'm not actually like removing the roots completely. So I've got nice open spot here. So then once you have your plants that you do want, you're going to kind of spread them out. So I'm doing like a triangulation. Is that a word? Having it kind of here in this little triangle setting. I'm going to use this rogue tool to get into the soil. And so, you know you're in Kansas City if you dig into the soil and it's clay. Yeah, and you can technically transplant when the soil's wet, though it does make it harder to work with. So what I like to do is just kind of wait for like in between spring rains. You can also transplant technically any time of year, according to some people. But when it gets over 90 degrees, it's a struggle for plants to survive the transplanting process. So I'll do it in the spring and I'll do it in the fall. So much clay. Over time, though, these native plants I'm adding in here, like all these little fine fibrous roots you see, those will break down, and that's like the #1 food for our microbes, more so than like shoots. You know, I hear about composting, and that's great and all, but really the magic of soil health happens when these roots die back year after year, and they feed the soil and just create a healthier landscape beneath the soil. Now I've got a silly thing happening where I lost a lot of the soil on these plants. Nothing but roots. Okay, and some of the roots fell off. That's okay. They're resilient. So what I'm going to do is I'm grabbing the foliage like a ponytail, and I'm taking some of this drier soil and kind of crumbling it in and around those root systems. If you see any roots sticking out, it's going to die. It's not going to work. So make sure you get those roots in as best you can. And then just for fun, I'll plant this single plant here, and then we'll come back in a couple months and see. So yeah, here's one single plant.
That is crazy. If you think about how many there are over there, that is wild.
Could be like 50. I don't do math, but you know, there could be a lot. Now I'm going to mulch this, water it, and voila.
Just like we did the echinacea.
Just like we did the echinacea. That's a wrap.
Thumbs up. And a little new plant. New plants!
Oh, there goes my pen. There we go. That's better. Okay. Good luck, babes. So guys, people make mistakes. I am not.
Everybody makes mistakes.
Everybody makes mistakes.
Everybody has those days.
I thought I planted a serviceberry, and then lo and behold, this spring it bloomed for the first time, and it was a spice bush, not a serviceberry. And that's not the end of the world. I love spice bush, but I really envisioned a tiny, delicate little single trunk tree in my front yard with beautiful white blooms and fruit, with the robins and the cedar waxwings eating them. And then it bloomed yellow, and I was like, oh boy howdy, that's a spice bush. So I'm going to actually dig this up in the fall once it goes dormant and move it into a better spot in my backyard. It's a great plant. It's just not fitting my aesthetic goals, and that's okay.
And why not dig it out now?
Well, because I don't want to stress it out. It's already bloomed, but it's putting its energy into its foliage and maybe fruit, even though I don't think it will, because pretty sure spice bush needs like a male and a female in order to produce fruit. Again, great plant, but not quite fitting the goals that I want for this garden. So easy enough. I will move it this fall once it's dormant and actually get a serviceberry to plant out here. It'll be like a take two.
It's another spice bush.
If I get pranked again.
And that's our show for today, but stick around for the live Q&A session, which starts right now.